want to bring in Art Laffer. Art, you've seen a lot in D.C., so I have to ask you what you make of the president's comments and then about some of the discussion we've had where is he being somewhat hypocritical here in that he did move to block Justice Alito?
Yeah, but, you know, if I can say just that Scalia is a conservative justice on the Supreme Court and passed away, it's not as though it were a liberal member of the Supreme Court who, you know, it would be much more understandable to keep the balance going if it were a liberal member that you take his nomination very seriously and vote up or down on it and go through with it. But when it untilts the entire Supreme Court, that puts a whole new wrinkle in the process. And you know, I think
it's 4-4 right now.
Yeah, it's 4-4 right now, and I think the Republicans in the Senate are correct by saying to be very, very cautious of allowing that unbalance to occur under their watch, and I don't think they should.
Okay.
I think they should keep the Supreme Court appointment for the next president.
You do, in fact. All right.
I do.
Art, but is it just, are you worried that if we have a situation like the year 2000, right, and there is a contended presidential race and we're 4-4, that would be unprecedented? That
might be unprecedented, but so what? I mean, I don't see anything really critical about that. I mean, let's imagine you got a Supreme Court justice in there that were liberal or conservative. Either way, I mean, the Supreme Court doesn't change something in a week or two or three. It sets a long-term tone for the country, but you know, politics is politics, and whatever the next Congress, the next president will do, will be done, whether the court is liberal or conservative. And it'd be much easier to do it if it's in the same direction as the politics. But it's just like cold molasses. It would just slow the process down. But it will not stop the change in economics that is going to occur, Deirdre. That's going to happen with the Republican president and the Republican House and the Republican Senate and legislatures in all the states as well. So you're going to see an economic revolution, whatever they do in the Supreme Court.
All right, whatever they do. Art, well, we are asking because we know you have a strong penchant for being right, Art, numerous times. I want to ask you what you think about President Obama's comments. Essentially, being president is tough. It's not entertaining. And he does not think that Donald Trump will get the nomination. What do you make of that?
I don't know what he bases that on, but right now Donald Trump seems to be doing very, very well. I think Donald Trump would make a great president. I don't know whether he's going to get the nomination or not, but I think the other candidates are also awfully good. Now, they're fighting like mad, Deirdre, as they're supposed to do. I mean, this is really a tough game. It's the season, and it's also good for them. They've got to learn to take this stuff and take the heat from the other ones. And after the nomination, all the Republicans are going to get together and go and defeat the Democrat. And Hillary and Bernie are going at it crazily as well. But this is all about economics. And believe me, the last 8 years have been terrible economics in this country. And frankly, it's got to be changed, or else you and I won't have a really long future in prosperity. We really won't.
All right, Art Laffer, we will leave it there. Thank you for the time. Art Laffer joining me, former economic advisor with President Reagan.